We're here at the Buckingham Palace. How beautiful is this palace? Definitely something to see while you're here in London. This is an amazing sight to see, changing of the guards. It's very interesting. Here across from the Buckingham Palace is a beautiful statue of Queen Victoria. It's very quiet. It's not full of tourists because of COVID. It's not as busy because I've seen videos with this area being very busy. So I do suggest that if you want to come to London, this is actually a great time to come here because it's not as busy as usual. So now we're here across from the Buckingham Palace. I definitely suggest that if you are in London to visit this park because it's such a beautiful and peaceful walk. Never seen those types of birds before. How pretty is that bird? One thing really cool and interesting to see here, they actually have wild parrots. It's pretty amazing how they come up to you. And even pigeons landing on people to feed from them. There's so much wildlife here. This beautiful swan just resting. I never would expect that here in the city center of London to see beautiful wildlife. Look how beautiful these humongous pelicans. Now he's showing off now. It's a beautiful sight that we see right now. This is here in London. This area is where they do the parade when her queen has her birthdays. Right in behind those buildings is the London Eye. And this right here, the statue, is this memorial also commemorates all those members of the household division who died in the Second World War. Look at this beautiful sight. It's just really nice to be standing right here in this area. It's a very interesting sight to see. So this is where he's doing inspection on each guard, inspecting all his uniforms and his positions, making sure everything is in order. We're here at the beautiful Trafalgar Square, this massive fountain right in the middle of the square. This is definitely a nice sight to see while you're here in London. I love it that it's not so busy here. This is a very old site, but I see they added something with the new here, with a modern new twist. That looks like a drone. So if you're here for a couple of days in London, it's best to get a double-decker tour to be able to cover all the sites, because when you're walking around, it's very far each main attractions. So this is the best deal and best option for you to do if you want to cover everything. And one thing that's great about this tour bus is that we have an earpiece so you can listen to on different sites. It's still a great idea to do this tour because you're also up high and you're able to see very clearly the attraction from above. Because of COVID, there's not so many tourists here. It helps also not having so much traffic here, and you're able to have a nice pace of movement on the bus.
We are about to cross beautiful Tower Bridge, and on our left we'll be able to see London Bridge that we just took a bus tour over. And now we're just gonna walk all the way through Tower Bridge.
We're walking through Tower Bridge here in London. What a remarkable sight. Tower Bridge has been here since 1894. It's beautifully constructed. The London Bridge is nice, but Tower Bridge is definitely the most beautiful bridge here in London.
Right now we're gonna catch a ferry, go to London Eye.
One thing that's really good about taking the boat cruise is you can see everything from the left to the right of each attractions. Also here, you can be on top of the boat and an open air, or you can be in the bottom for colder days like today. We're really excited to see London through the river. About to go into the London Eye. Here we are finally. I would say this is one of the top attractions here in London. I definitely would recommend to take this little excursion. If you want to see the whole London from above, this is it. The London Eye is definitely the perfect view to see Big Ben. Can't get a better view than this. It's an awesome experience. Definitely would recommend doing it here while you're in London. It's worth the money to do it for sure.
Now we are in London subway going to the famous Abbey Road, where the Beatles crossed it. That's where we're going now, Abbey Road.
So to get there, we are here at the Waterloo station and we're taking the Jubilee line to get there.
Here's behind me is Abbey Road. That's where the Beatles have their famous crossing. You can see behind you the people. There's so many people just come here to take that iconic picture. And you can see just right now the people just crossing for the video, for the experience. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy we got to do this while we're in London.
Right next to the London Eye is this great British fish and chips restaurant. Definitely gotta have fish and chips when you're here in London. And this place is very cool because it has not only fish and chips, it has other things as well. And this is the place. Have a lot of choices here that you can pick from. And it's very good. I had it earlier and it was really delicious. And this is really big here with the pickled eggs. This place is very cool. A lot of people know about this place. We had an awesome time. The sights were amazing. Definitely a must-see if you want to go to Europe. And the people are very kind and very friendly. We had a great time here. Now we're on to our next adventure. We'll see you then.